Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you're there? Lost your train of thought mid-sentence? Read the same paragraph 3 times and still not absorbed it? And then that quiet fear creeps in. Is this normal? Is this aging? Is something wrong with me? Today, I want to calm that fear because what many women call brain fog in midlife is not random and it is not early dementia. There is biology behind it, there is science behind it. And when you understand what estrogen actually does inside your brain, you're going to feel relief. Let's connect the dots. Welcome to the Menopause Map Minute. I'm Cynthia Penner, Menopause Health Coach and author of the Menopause Map book series. Today is a medical minute where we break down your hormones, your symptoms, and the science behind what you're feeling in a way that finally makes sense. Let's make this simple and empowering. Let's break this down into what's happening, why it's happening, how it affects you, and what you can do next. So, what is happening? Estrogen is not just a reproductive hormone, it's a brain hormone. Your brain has estrogen receptors in key areas responsible for memory, attention, mood regulation, and processing speed. When estrogen levels begin fluctuating in perimenopause and then decline further in postmenopause, those brain areas receive less consistent stimulation. This is interesting because estrogen acts almost like a fuel stabilizer for brain cells. It helps neurons communicate efficiently. It supports synaptic connections. It even influences how glucose is used in the brain for energy. When estrogen drops, communication between neurons become less efficient. Not broken, just less sharp. And that can feel like slower recall, word finding difficulty, reduced multitasking capacity, feeling mentally cloudy. Crazy, right? The same hormone that regulated your menstrual cycle is also quietly supporting your executive function this whole time. Time for a science snapshot. The hippocampus is a small but powerful structure deep inside your brain, responsible for memory formation and learning. Estrogen helps protect and stimulate the hippocampus by supporting synaptic plasticity, which is the brain's ability to form new connections. When estrogen fluctuates, hippocampal efficiency can temporarily decrease. This does not mean damage, it means adaptation is happening. Our brains are incredibly adaptive. They are not fragile, they are responsive. So, why is this happening? During perimenopause, estrogen does not decline in a smooth line. It swings up, down, high, low, sometimes dramatically. Those fluctuations can create instability in your neurotransmitters, especially serotonin, dopamine, and acetylcholine. I always say that name wrong. These are chemical messengers responsible for mood, motivation, attention, and memory. You're going to love this part. Estrogen actually helps regulate that acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter most closely associated with focus and memory. When estrogen declines, the signaling becomes less efficient. So attention span shortens. Focus feels harder. Mental endurance drops. This is not you losing your edge. It is neurochemical recalibration. And here is something reassuring. Research shows that for most women, cognitive function stabilizes in early postmenopause once hormones are no longer wildly fluctuating. The chaos of fluctuation is often harder on the brain than the eventual steady state. Time for a science snapshot. How estrogen supports brain chemistry. Estrogen helps regulate how your brain produces, uses, and recycles key neurotransmitters. Think of neurotransmitters as the text message between brain cells. Estrogen helps these messages get written clearly. delivered efficiently, and not deleted too quickly. It supports the production of serotonin, which stabilizes mood and emotional balance, and the activity of dopamine, which fuels motivation and mental drive. When estrogen levels fluctuate, this regulation becomes less steady. Messages may still be sent, but timing and clarity can feel off. This is when focus shortens, motivation dips, and memory retrieval slows down. Your brain is still fully capable. It is simply adjusting to a new chemical rhythm. And once that rhythm steadies, clarity often improves. So, how does it affect you? Brain fog is rarely just forgetfulness, it is cognitive overload meeting hormonal change. You may notice you tire mentally faster than you used to. Multitasking drains you. Noise overwhelms you more than easily, especially when you're lost in driving. You got to turn that radio off. You struggle to shift attention quickly. This is where I want to pause and say something important. Your brain is not failing you, it is conserving energy. When estrogen declines, the brain becomes slightly less metabolically efficient at using glucose. That means mental tasks require more effort. So your brain prioritizes. It drops the extra tabs open. It narrows focus. It conserves. In a strange way, this is your brain protecting you. Our bodies are intelligent. They adapt. They compensate. They recalibrate. When we stop panicking and start understanding, everything changes. So, what can you do next? Let's move from information to empowerment. You cannot eliminate hormonal transition, but you can support brain resilience. And this is where the relief begins. Here are your supportive stepping stones, your practical, grounded steps. Number one, stabilize your blood sugar with protein forward meals with healthy fats to help prevent glucose dips that worsen brain fog. Skipping meals makes cognitive fatigue worse. Number two, strengthening. Resistance training improves insulin sensitivity and increases brain derived neurotrophic factor, which supports neuron health. Movement literally feeds the brain. Number three, prioritize sleep. Deep sleep is when memory consolidation occurs. If sleep is disrupted, cognitive clarity will suffer. Addressing hot flushes, stress, and nighttime cortisol matters. Number four, reduce cognitive overload. Single task more often. Write things down. Use structured routines. And number five, consider medical support. For some women, appropriately timed menopausal hormone therapy may support cognitive symptoms, particularly if started near menopause onset. This is a conversation to have with a knowledgeable medical provider. You do not need to push harder. You need to support smarter. And if brain fog is severe, rapidly worsening, or accompanied by neurological symptoms, that is when medical evaluation is important. Most midlife brain fog is hormonal, but we always rule out what needs ruling out. If this helped you feel connected to your science, to your symptoms, explore the resources linked below for deeper guidance on navigating late perimenopause and early postmenopause with clarity and confidence. Understanding the map helps, but using it is where relief begins. So if this episode helped you feel seen and supported, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss a new Menopause Map Minute. Because understanding yourself inside and out is how you flourish through menopause.